Hey everyone, it's Ornlu, and this is going to be the first in a series of videos providing brief overviews for the maps we will see in the upcoming RMS Cup 2 tournament. RMS Cup 2 is a $20,000 Microsoft-sponsored 1v1 tournament hosted by myself, Nova, and Siesta, whose winner and runner-up will additionally get a spot in the Red Bull Legacy tournament later this year. RMS stands for Random Map Script, and indeed, the premise of this event is to showcase the talents of the AoE2 map-making community. I and a panel of judges selected 10 of the 99 submitted maps to be used in this tournament, with each picked map winning $400. These videos are to help showcase what each map has going on in terms of design, strategies, civ picks, and so on. So with that in mind, let's get into our first map, Ring of Reeds. So Ring of Reeds, designed by Mingudai Lee, is at its core a semi-closed map that will appear at first glance to resemble Hideout. Each player starts relatively close to one another on opposite sides of the namesake Ring of Reeds, initially protected by some palisade walls. Note that your base doesn't really have much room in which to expand, but does contain a typical main gold and stone mine. There are also a standard 8 sheep and 2 boars to be found nearby, and you are guaranteed to have one secondary gold on the outside of the map and another one on the inside, as well as your secondary stone. Speaking of the inside, this is a very small area and is all that separates you from your opponent, and contains some tasty food options in the center with plenty of deer, forage bushes, and shorefish. These are the only deer and forage bushes to be found near your base, so players will need to be aggressive if they want to take these resources. You do have a bit of a backup plan, however, in that the outside area of the map is ringed with rocky terrain that is home to plenty of shorefish that you can safely mill in the early game. And no, don't ask me how those fish are literally swimming through rocks. It's just some AoE2 magic. Anyway, the outside of the map does have some limited extra gold and stone mines, but if that's not enough, there are many extra tiles of gold located within the large Ring of Reeds itself that you need to chop through to get to. Now, as of recording this video, we have already seen the first qualifier for RMS Cup 2, so there are at least the beginnings of a meta that are developing on this map amongst the top players. Good closed map civs like Burgundians, Bohemians, and Turks have all been popular here, being picked for very much the same reasons that you would pick them on Arena. The starting walls and narrow choke point help you defend in the early game, so you do have a bit of time to get your economy going and potentially go for a fast castle. That said, strategically things are still quite wide open, as we've seen everything from regular-looking fast castles to Dark Age aggression and villager fighting. The food in the middle is a tempting prize early on, and tower rushing and or walling in your opponent can slingshot your economy ahead going into the mid-game. That said, this map is not Arena, and there is tons of room to expand on the outside if you are getting pushed. We've seen players just bide their time with defensive structures, falling further and further back with their economy until they finally have enough army to stop a strong 1TC push. To conclude, Ring of Reeds is a map that has a lot more going on than one might first expect. Yes, good closed map civs are going to be strong here, but how aggressively players choose to go for the middle will play a massive role in shaping the rest of the game. So that is going to be the first map of RMS Cup 2 down. Be sure to check out the rest of the tournament every weekend for the rest of the month on my stream as well as Nova's, as we're going to be seeing a ton of great high-level AoE2. Anyway, thank you all so much for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next overview.